This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, everybody knows of Bernie Madoff and one of the biggest financial crimes in the history of the market. The only financial crime that I think is bigger than what Bernie Madoff did is, of course, the AMC financial crime. This ongoing financial crime that the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI is fully aware of and does absolutely nothing about it. And the reason they're doing nothing about it is because why? Because the people they are robbing and stealing from are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. But here's something that I personally was not aware of. I wasn't paying attention back then. But there was a guy named Stanford, Allen Stanford, and he was a billionaire, and he got 125 years in jail for running a Ponzi scheme. And the only reason, and this is just my opinion, that they locked this guy up, that he got arrested and got all this time, is because he robbed the wealthy. He robbed the 1%. He was running a Ponzi scheme with CDs with a family of banks he had all over the world. And he let these wealthy investors think they were investing in safe and conservative investments, when in reality, he was just taking high-risk plays, and when those plays didn't play out, he would just pay the old investors with the new investors to keep the Ponzi scheme going. But when there were not enough new investors to keep the Ponzi scheme going, he was brought to justice. I mean, he was in Antigua, running the show from Antigua, and he was such a instrumental part of the Antigua economy that they even knighted him. Okay, they knighted the guy. But the bottom line is this: if he had limited his robbing and stealing to retail investors, to pension funds, and to institutions that follow the rules, he probably would not be in jail serving all this time. What I have learned, what I've analyzed over the last 4 years is this: you are not allowed to rob from the 1%. You're not allowed to rob from the wealthy. If you do that, you will go to jail. But the wealthy, on the other hand, are allowed to rob from retail investors, from pension funds, from institutions that follow the rules, because nobody's going to hold them accountable. And you know why? They have invested so much money in politicians, in campaigns, that whenever there's an issue, they can make a phone call and make the problem go away, or pay their way out of the problem. But what they're paying is usually a small percentage of what they made from the criminal activity, the questionable activity. Mr. Stanford, Mr. Allen Stanford, ran a $7 billion Ponzi scheme. Okay, a $7 billion Ponzi scheme. And had he just been robbing local Antiguans, local Americans, local Europeans, he'd probably still be doing it right now. The only reason he's not doing it right now is because he went after the wealthy, to rob the wealthy. You are not allowed to rob the wealthy in the United States of America. If you do it, you will go to jail. It's absolutely crazy to me that they always find resources to go after people who rob the 1%ers. But this big financial crime that's going on with AMC over the last 4 years, somehow the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI found no resources to investigate this fraud that's overwhelming and in front of their face, because everybody can see what's going on with the AMC play. Everybody can see how the actions of Adam Aaron is helping the naked shorters. But the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are practicing willful blindness because the victims are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. Do you guys think that Mr. R. Allen Stanford would have gotten over 100 years in jail if his victims were only retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.